Let's do let's do number 3. So again, if there's no coefficient there, there's a 1 there. Okay, I know that this is going to be a fraction. Well, actually, with just variables, it's not yet. So I have n to the first minus 4, because 4, they're trying to trick you, they're switching things up here, which is n to the negative 3. And then I've got m to the 3, and I'm going to minus the 1. So that's m squared. So my answer here, n to the negative 3, m squared. We did this yesterday. Oh, she probably blew off exponents. It's one of those units that if teachers start getting behind, they can, because we go through it again in Algebra 2. But the problem is, there are Algebra 2 teachers out there, not skip it, but assume that you know it. And we don't go through the properties. It's definitely an Algebra 1 section. It is. It's hard. Yeah. Okay, number 5. Again, we have no numbers here, so I'm just going to work with the variables. I have u squared and u to the 4th on the bottom, so it's 2 minus 4, which is u to the negative 2. And then I have on v cubed on top, and I'm going to subtract the 4 on the bottom. That gives me v to the negative 1. And for now, that's as far as we're going to go. U to the negative 2, v to the negative 1. Tomorrow, we will get rid of those negative exponents. Yeah, I mean, it's getting close. We should have a test Friday. Yeah. I'm just going to do everybody's test for them. All right. I have no idea. I really don't pay attention to snow days and stuff. Yeah, yeah, we're already past it. Yeah, I mean, they're not, I mean, the whole thing about snow days is, guys, they don't want to endanger you. That's the whole thing about snow days. Number 7, I do have numbers this time. So this is definitely going to be a fraction. Because I've got 2/3 there. So I got 2/3. Let's deal with the x's. So I have x cubed and x squared on the bottom. So I'm going to subtract 2. That gives me x to the 1st. And I'm going to put it up in the numerator for now. And then I have y. Ooh, I've got y to the 1st negative 1 here, right? Actually, I have a y to the 0 up there, right? Because anything raised to the 0 power is 1. And I need to put a 1 for the y here. So that means I have y to the 0 minus 1, which equals y to the negative 1. So I have y to the negative 1. Huh? Did I confuse you? All right, I will, on the next problem, because I have to if I have a y in the denominator, that means I have to have a y in the numerator. But well, I kind of got ahead of myself, and tomorrow you'll see what I meant by if it's in the denominator, it's y to the negative 1. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, I have z to the 4th, and I got a 2 for an exponent in the denominator, so I'm going to subtract 2. That gives me z squared. So here's my answer for now. Okay, let's separate these. This is how I'm doing this. My numbers here. I'm doing -2 over -4. What's that reduced? 1/2, right? Oh, negative divided by a negative is positive. Okay, so I have 1/2. Okay, next, I have my y's. I have y squared because they didn't line them up. So I have y squared, and then I got 2 minus 2, right? Which is y to the 0, which is anything raised to the 0 power? 1. Okay, so do I even need to put times 1 up there? Okay, so I don't have to deal with the y's. How about my z's? I have z squared over z squared, right? So 2 minus 2. Hey, look at that. What do I have again? 1. I don't even need to put a 1 there. But I got a problem with my x's, don't I? I have problems with all my x's. I have an x cubed in the denominator, which means I have a what in the numerator? I have to have an x term in there, right? If I have one in the denominator, I have one in the numerator. The only way to not show an x term in my numerator is if I had an x to the 0. Because that would be a 1 and we won't have to put that in there. So I have an x to the 0 minus the one in the denominator has a 3. So I have x to the negative 3. Are you going, Chris? Are you going to alternative school? Who's going to alternative school? Burgess. Are you good? Did you see how I did it though? Are we good? Do more? I can do more. 3 more? Oh wow, there's a lot of them back here. This is multiplication. This is 7.1. Right? This is 7.1. This is multiplication. Multiplication and the power rule. Okay, 7.1. Let's see, what do we do with the coefficients? We're going to multiply the coefficients. And then with the, again, if there's no exponent there, it's a 1. So I have u to the 1st times u to the 4th. When we're multiplying, what are we going to do with the exponents? going to add them. V squared times V squared. 2 times 3, 6. U to the 1 plus 4 is U to the 5th. And V to the 2 plus 2 is V to the 4th. Yep. Let's do a harder one. Let's do 15. My numbers, -3 times -3 times -2. My x's, so you have x squared times x to the 1st. And I have my y's. I have y to the 4th times y to the 0 times y squared. And then I have z's. I have z to the 4th, z to the 0, and z to the 4th. Okay, ready? Ready, Freddie? -3 times -3 is +9 times -2 is -18. X to the 2 plus 1 is x cubed. Y to the 4 plus 2, y to the 6, z to the 4 plus 4, z to the 8. What about power to a power? Number 19. Again, if there's no exponent there, it's a 1. Yes. Okay. All right. You're going to multiply over the parentheses, just like distribution, right? So I have, be careful of negative numbers in parentheses. So I have -2 to the 1 times 3, which is 3. X to the 1 times 3 is 3. If you want to leave your answers like that, go ahead. I'm fine with that. If you want to multiply out -2 to the 3rd, would be -8x cubed. Either one, I'm good with either one. #21. I have an exponent of 1. So 3 times 1 and 3 times 2. So I get 4 to the 3rd. X to the 2 times 3 is x to the 6th. You want to multiply it out. See 64. X to the 6th. Either one, I don't care. And page 3. It looks like more power to the powers. Um, 27 is easy. What is it? The whole thing's raised to 0. 1. Okay, 4 times 1, -3, parentheses, it's a negative number. So the 1 times 4 is 4. X to the 3 times 4 is 12. -2 to the 1 times 4 is 4. X to the 1 times 4 is 4. y to the 4 times 4 is 16. And 29. 2 to the 1 times 3 is 3. P to the 1 times 3 is 3. M to the 2 times 3 is 6. So you guys got what, 15 problems there to do, the evens? Questions, comments, concerns? Evens? Every other one on the back of the note sheet. Okay? If I can read them. Same base. So this is 5 to the, it looks like a 5, doesn't it? 5 minus 2 gives me 5 cubed. If you want to multiply it out, 5 cubed is 125. Either or. Let's see. Here I have just variables. So I have p to the 5 minus 2, which is p to the third. Then I have n to the 4. There's a 1 here. 4 minus 1, which is n cubed. By p cubed n cubed. This bottom one, we have x to the 5 minus 5, which is x to the 0, which is 1. And I have y to the 3 minus 2 is y to the first, or just y. So I have 1y, which is just y. Next one here, I have x to the first and x to the first again. So x to the first 1 minus 1 is x to the 0, which is 1 again. Y to the 6th minus 4. Y to the second. So I have 1y to the second, or just y to the second. Let's see, skip that one. I'll do this one. So I have a 1 there. I have a 1 there. I have to multiply that 3 to every single exponent in the parentheses. Okay, you ready? I have numbers here, so I'm going to have a fraction. Four to the 1 times 3, 4 to the 3. 3 to the 1 times 3 is 3 to the 3. Then I have p to the 4 times 3 is 12. P to the 2 times 3 is 6. In fact, I'm just going to put this all over the same fraction. R to the 4 times 3, 12. R to the 2 times 3 is 6. Now I have to subtract the exponents, right? Numbers I'm just going to leave there. 4/3 over 3/3. See, p to the 12 minus 6, p to the 6. And the r's. R to the 12 minus 6, R to the 6. So here's my answer. Wow, that's a winner. Hey, last one I'm doing. Multiply every exponent. Okay, numbers. 3 to the 1 times 4 is 3 to the 4th. 2 to the 1 times 4 is 2 to the 4th. R to the 6 times 4 is R to the 24th. R to the 5 times 4 is R to the 20th. N to the 3 times 4 is 12. N to the 1 times 4 is 4. I'm going to leave my 3 to the 4th over 2 to the 4th. R to the 24 minus 20. R to the 4th. N to the 12 minus 4, 8. There you go. There's some more practice stuff. Questions?